Hi fam, welcome back to my channel. Long time no sit down video. My name is Nan. In today's video, I want to talk about my journey and talk about motherhood, my journey on being a mother. 7 months down, 7 months gone, and we are here. What the experience has been, how it's been like for me and my family and my baby. And yeah, it's such a beautiful thing to experience motherhood. You look at this human and you just know that they're depending solely on you. It's so beautiful. They are so cute. He is so cute. It's so beautiful to be a mother, and I'm so excited for this journey. One of the first things while I was preparing for this video was the fact that at the point I was preparing, I was already exhausted from the day, my whole day, and I was just like, I am tired. I am not even going to make this video because if I make this video, I'm just going to be talking about how exhausting it is being a mom, having to care for like and just be there in my home and all of that. But I'm just here to, be positive and then talk about like the other sides of it as well. Yeah, so the fact that this human solely depends on me is so beautiful to know, and it just makes me want to be there for them even more, to just show up and give them the best that I can. I am not about to let this human being down in any way, and by the grace of God, I know that I have grace and I receive grace for the journey. The fact that this journey is progressive is something amazing, something really beautiful to see stages in the growth of someone's life. I know, yeah, we experience that in our own personal lives, but I saw how this human was so tiny, and then now they are moving, and it's just progressive. Generally, they are growing, and the love is also progressive as well. The love that I have for my child is way bigger than what I even felt when the child was born. The excitement was there and all, but yeah, I saw this documentary on Netflix that talked. I think the title of the documentary is Babies or Baby. Yeah, one of the two, but it was just talking about how, caring for a child, what it does for the parents, whether a child is biological or not. The fact that you get to care for a child, like the oxytocin hormone for love and happiness, actually eventually grows like for the caregivers of a baby or a child. And then I watched that video before I had my baby. I think I saw that video when I was pregnant, and then after having my baby, I literally can testify and just say that, yeah, I believe in God. I believe that it is God that has actually placed this love, but the love is actually progressive. It grows every day as I care for my child. It's almost like you're investing in something, and then you don't want to, you're proud of the investment you're making every day because you just see the effort and all the work and everything, and it is God that is keeping the child, but there's just this progressive love, if I must just put it that way. Every day the love just keeps growing, and it's so beautiful to know. And yeah, when I had my child, um there was so much love all around. The fact that I had my baby at home, like with parents and grandparents and everywhere, there was just so much care. There was help. Oh my God. The fact that there was help, and the fact that there was help made it a lot easier. Not like it doesn't take a toll on the new parent or the new mom. It kind of did, but I am just glad that I didn't have to deal with, say, like postpartum depression, or had to deal with the fact that I was just so exhausted or tired at the initial stage. No, I didn't experience that, and I'm so grateful for, you know, also grateful for the help that I got when I had my baby. So grateful for my mom, who like was kind of the primary, my own primary caregiver, and then me, I had to be another human like primary caregiver. It was helpful. That initial stage, I didn't have to deal with a lot of things at all. I saw Ron Keraji's video, and she talked about um she went in depth in, I think, the most recent video she made, even commemorating mental health, World Mental Health Day, and she was sharing parts of her challenge, like mental illness she had to deal with at the time she just had her baby, and eventually her second baby, all that she had to deal with. For some time now, Ronke has been sharing her journey through healing, from mental health illness. And the recent video was really deep, and being a mom, I could relate to a couple of things she was saying, not at that level, but the fact that there's a thin line between just being at, you know there's just a thin line, and then moving to that other level. But thank God, for me, it was just one of the big things I prayed about while I was pregnant, that I wasn't going to experience postpartum depression. Depression was going to be far from me in Jesus' name. Like, I cancelled depression even before it smelled me. And I'm not saying this to even like talk down on anybody who had to deal with it, right? I'm just saying, like, I trusted God, and I'm so grateful that I didn't have to deal with it. And the fact that, I feel like sometimes in situations like that, it probably happens when we are not even surrounded by so much help. Even though I've seen someone talk about how she even, nurtured having her baby when she had her baby, and she had help surrounding her. But somehow, having a child kind of takes a toll. It takes a toll on women, and it just takes the grace of God that, you pull through the stage after you have a child, and then you pull through the stage of pregnancy first of all, and then having the child, and then, post having the child, caring for the child and all, which is another totally different and new stage. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Motherhood for me has helped me, in has brought me to a place of higher purpose. Not like I was purposeless ever, but the fact that I have a child, I have someone that is looking up to me. I just want to be the best example ever for this human. I want them to grow up and know that they have the best mother ever, that I am the best example they have around them. Of course, they have good examples surrounding them. I'm not going to be the only example, but my partner is going to be a great example as well. Thank God for a supportive partner, a present partner, because I can't even underestimate the fact that I am supported, and it's just been it's been a journey for both of us as a couple and as a family. So I just want to do better. That's what I'm trying to say. Just be more, be there for my child. I want to be in situations where I can provide for my child, where I can do things for my child. It may not even look like it right now, but by the grace of God, things are going to get better. And in a situation where I have to be like the sole provider for my child, I would be able to, by the grace of God. Like, and yeah, so it's just really amazing knowing what having a child can actually do to a mindset. It's either you shrink in fear, or you're towards wanting to be better and just, have a mindset shift. And for me, it's been an amazing mindset shift. I'm going to talk about like the other sides of it. When I got pregnant, my size, I was just completely a different person. God, I tripled in size, maybe fourfold if there's a word like that. My size, my feet, everywhere was swollen. I was just swollen all around when I was pregnant, and at that point it was the least of my problems, honestly, because I was carrying another human, so I wasn't shy about it. I wasn't It's the fact that this is what actually happens to your body, the changes, all that a woman has to experience. I experienced all of that, and look at me now, thank God. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, whoa. So at that point, everybody kept telling me, don't worry. Even at the point I had my baby, I didn't look like I had given birth already, because I was still the same. I was still the same. And everybody just kept telling me, don't worry, you'll get better. It will get better over time. And I can see for sure it gets better, honestly. I want to talk about the on or no, not the on. I want to talk about the interrupted sleep. Guys, sleeping is not the same anymore. The moment you have a child, just say bye bye to your straight sleep. That is if you actually want to be there, like to be the one to um of course you have to, you wouldn't want to give caring for your child to another person 247. There will be a time of the day where you would have to. I was just talking about how I don't sleep as I would normally. I could sleep for maybe 5 hours straight or 6 hours straight. Now it's not like that anymore. I have to wake up in between to feed baby. The moment I even hear him make a sound, I just want to know what's happening, whether it is to get fed or not. You just want to I just want to make sure that he's okay. And at that point, before it's morning, most of the times I have lost count of the number of times we've actually woken up to get feed. And sometimes I sit back and I'm like, so our mothers did this how many times again? Hey God. But thank God though, thank God for grace, thank God for his kindness. The fact that I have to bath my baby like every single day. I bath myself every day before we even get into this point. Don't even begin to sound like. But I was just going to say that for a baby, you can't even skip maybe let's say evening baths before bedtime. Like it's not something that you can just say, oh, I'm not going to do it. Let's just leave it tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there are people that do, but I don't. For us in Nigeria, this is how they tell you this is how it's meant to be. And yeah, I understand as well, because sometimes the weather too. So you have to actually, not even just the weather. I feel like after a long day, the baby has been through series of diaper changes, and you just want to make sure they are completely clean, like you actually thoroughly clean them up before like putting them to bed before another day. So I'm speaking for my own situation and my my own baby, because still I don't get used to the fact that I have to do this all the time. I wish I can just delegate that aspect to somebody to do, but the fact that I have to do it, yeah. Sometimes I'm like I'm like and then talking about like nappy changes, of course, it's unignorable. It's not something you can ignore. But the fact that you have to make sure you're aware, or you're paying attention to the weather and the changes in weather. You can't leave a baby when it gets cold, or when it gets hot. You want to actually change into something lighter for them to be more comfortable. So that goes to say that when you're going out, you have to put all of these things into consideration. Getting outfits for both weathers. Yes, extra outfits sometimes, depending on where you stay. because you might go out and then it might eventually get hotter, so you would have to reduce the clothes they're wearing, and then it might get colder, you may have to add up. And all of these, sometimes you forget again to even carry extra clothing, and you start beating yourself up, and you're wondering, how did I forget? Why didn't I do all of that? Like, it can be mentally exhausting because you have to put all of these things into place. Beeps, when you're going out, shall have a program, and just program your mind and know the kind of things that you need to do. I think it's one of those things that sometimes I skip on, but I try my best to just do all of that. And then at the end of the day, like, this whole routine, it's a beautiful thing that it's a routine, but the fact that the next day you know that you're looking forward to, or you know that this is the same thing that is going to be happening again, can sound boring and even exhausting, right? You know that we are going over this tomorrow, and we are not changing from the whole, how it's going to be, because it's a baby. There's a particular way babies are cared for and catered to. So yeah, so far so good. We have been making good progress. It gets really exhausting, I'm not going to lie. I feel like one of the things mothers shy away from talking about, and it's not just shying away from talking about it, honestly. We love our babies. I love my babies so much, but it's almost like you are guilty to talk about how exhausting it gets. And it's okay to say you are exhausted, you are tired. You're going to get tired, you're going to get exhausted, but yeah, the grace of God is sufficient. You would do it, and do it with joy, even in the exhaustion. Personally, I do it exhausted and joyfully. I am smiling, I am making sure that I'm playing with him while I change him, or while I bath him, or while I have to put him to bed. Oh my God, putting a baby to sleep can be can be one of the most strongest things to do, as mild as it sounds. A baby that doesn't want to sleep will not sleep, can decide to be distracting themselves and just be awake and just be happy, well, not them doing it on purpose. I guess it's just, one of the things that they also have to deal with as well. But yeah, I just wanted to just sit and just ramble and just yap and talk about motherhood and talk about how grateful I am. The whole point of this video is the fact that I'm grateful to be doing this, and I am blessed, and I'm just speaking out to a woman trusting God for a baby, that God actually visits you in Jesus' name. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.